Love catchy titles. Stop buying crappy clutch kits, okay? Once again, these videos are centered around issues that we run into because I take a ton of tech calls, not calls, excuse me, more tech emails than anything. You'd be totally shocked. You just have no idea, and so I'm like a mini database, man. I'm taking all y'all's information in and storing it up, and then I form opinions, I form facts over time. Of course, I've been doing this 17 years. All right, so here's the latest and greatest. Stop buying crappy clutch kits. I do not name names on videos, so we sell Dalton clutch kits. I will tell you this: Dalton clutch kits do not have the issue I'm fixing to discuss. Does that mean I'm trying to sell you a Dalton clutch kit? God, I hope so. But no, that's not what it's about. It is not about selling a Dalton clutch kit. It's really information, because I've had several people go, hey, I got a new clutch and I got a new clutch kit, and this thing stays engaged all the time, or squeals, or whatever, and I have them take a picture inside their clutch. I like to have people take it with it on the machine right into my center, take it up in here where I can see something, okay, and so that tells us a lot of what's going on. All right, so here's what I found out. Okay, this is a flyweight. This is actually a Polaris. This section of the flyweight, the heel. Okay, we'll take this one that's actually put together, and I'll zoom in here with the software. Right here where the spider comes down, there's a roller up underneath it, and with the spring pressure, that it pulls this movable sheave up, and the roller rests right on that flyweight. Okay, that sets the distance between here, or the distance in here for the belt. That's what sets it. Okay. This one has no weights in it, and if I put it up there, it's going to be wider because it doesn't have flyweights in it yet. All right, so if I made this flyweight improperly, and let's use extreme examples. If I put 1 inch of material up here, and then we put this in this clutch, right, then it should. These things are sticky. It'll move it in 1 inch, right? Well, then your belt would be sitting down there and touching both sides, and this don't work. You can't put it in gear, and you can't sit there in gear because our 1 inch weights have pushed it in. Well, what's happened is some people that are out there, or companies that send their stuff overseas or to get made, or just don't know enough about clutch kits to be making them. They're doing it for the money, not trying to make a quality product. They make this heel too high. You go, well, why in the hell would they do that? Why would they do that in the first place? Well, they're not taking into account of tolerances on clutches and belts. There's an accepted standard on everything. This impact here, when it was QA'd at Milwaukee, it had a tolerance for how big this hole is, maybe. This hammer has a tolerance for its shape. Everything has a tolerance. A belt, believe it or not, it's been a while since I had to talk about tolerances with the manufacturer, but I believe every direction, thick, wide, everything is 30 to 40 thousandths. Okay, so let's just say that we had a belt that was 30 thousandths too wide, or 40, I like to use 40 thousandths too wide, and we had a brand new primary clutch that was too close, I'll exaggerate, 40 thousandths of an inch. Well, that's 80 thousandths of an inch that this, I hate that thing, does it? I had another video all right, anyway, so we have 80 thousandths to play with, and this particular combination with this belt and this clutch is 80 thousandths closer. Now, all right, so I think I'm smart. Oh, if we put a little bit more material here on this clutch, and we working on here, we got 80 thousandths of room between the belt and the clutch, and I'll use this one's got springs in it. See, you got room here, right? Let's close up that gap. Let's close that gap up to where it's almost touching the belt, and so when our customers touch the gas, it grabs it and goes. That's great in theory. It's wonderful in theory. But what you gonna do when you got 40 thousandths and 40 thousandths and you just added, you know, material here, so you just moved it in, say 40 thousandths. Well, now the belt's touching both sides because you didn't take into account tolerances on belts and clutches. I've actually seen this a lot lately, to the point to now when people are having new, I got new, that's a key piece, and a new clutch kit, or I got a new clutch or a new clutch kit, and it ain't Dalton and it didn't come from us. I go, what clutch kit? And I'm knowing in my head, I bet it's a whatever. Well, most times it is the whatever, or there's a couple more that I've seen, but one in particular more often. And then I say, hey, to troubleshoot this, put your stock weights back in, see if the problem goes away. Hey, problem went away, what the crap? Well, somebody don't really know what they're doing making clutch kits and don't take into account for tolerances, and therefore it's jacked up. All right, so imagine you trying to convince, you know, Acme clutch kits to take their stuff back because they don't know what they're doing, and you spent $300 on it. So it's a mess. You know, so the deal is, don't buy cheap made clutch kits. How are you gonna know? Buy Dalton. They don't ever have this problem, but they don't make them for every vehicle. I mean, for most they do. And I'm not saying they're the only ones. I'm kidding about that. I mean, I literally would love for everybody that watches this video to buy Dalton from us, but that's not the point of this. It's just, if you're having this trouble and you got a new kit and it didn't do it before with stock stuff, or maybe you got a new OEM clutch and this new kit and it's doing this and it didn't do it before, put your stock weights are still good and your new clutch, see if the problem goes away. If it did, you happen to be the proud owner of a kit that ain't designed that well. Okay, pretty basic, but in short, but trust me, I've been hearing this more and more lately. We actually have competitors that, believe it or not, we got competitors in the clutch world. I got a couple that are really competitors, but we're friends. We have no issues whatsoever. We don't talk bad about each other. They skin their cat their way, and we skin ours this way. They don't have this problem, and we certainly don't with the Dalton stuff. So choose wisely. If you're not going to choose Hunter Works, I highly suggest, if you don't choose Hunter Works, you choose a company that is the only thing they do, or the majority. Or an example, a Dalton. Guess what else they do besides clutch kits? Nothing. That's it. That's all they do. Why? Because they're good at it. All right, so be careful who you choose. I was probably yakking a little bit too much to tell you somebody made some fly weights wrong, and I'm having to answer for it, and that's taking up my goddamn typing time, so stop it. All right, guys, all jokes aside, you know you can get me. Send me an email, todd@hunterworks.com. Got order questions, orders@hunterworks.com. Don't bother calling, it's just too tough to get through. Don't forget, good belts. All right, have a good one.